So this is what we got to do. This is the kind of work we have to do. But most importantly, I'm a descendant of 3 massacre survivors who survived the Tulsa Massacre in 1921. My family owned a janitorial service and a laundry service. And I look at that mass, this is generational wealth we're talking about, right? And so that video, when I watch that video, it means something very personal to me. And to speak about the topic is very personal to me. Again, I testified before Congress with the 3 living survivors. How many of you know we have living survivors of the Tulsa Massacre? Yes. 3 of them. The oldest 2 are 108 years old. The youngest is 101. That's right. So there's really not any English words fitting enough to describe this moment that we happen to be in right now. And the person we need to honor in this moment is Freddie Jones. Yeah. Yes, please give up round of applause. It's not a statement what am I trying to say here? It's not about ego or flattery, right? It's about earned edification that's based in fact. There are so many people who romanticize the idea of Black Wall Street, but very, very few people have the capacity to operate in the Black Wall Street mindset.
Right.
Number 1, that means understanding the power of unity beyond proximity. It's having a unified community of like mission to people. Number 2 is understanding the difference between individualistic capitalism and cooperative economics. Number 3 is having the courage and fortitude to want to be a pioneer. When I met this queen in 2021, she brought with her an entire entourage of royalty to take the Real Black Wall Street tour. If you look me up, add real to it. And I'll explain why. I was so encouraged by Freddie J's vision and the passion that she and others like her expressed during our time. We saw a new potential, a new mission. It expanded our vision from impossible to impossible. And I really appreciate that. The historic district of Greenwood was a place where anything and everything was possible. Black Wall Street once thrived as the epicenter of African-American-owned businesses, which would explain the nickname, the Dreamland. One of the things that stood out with the group when they came to Tulsa, so I started to tour this big marble wall that has a list of businesses. They noticed that Madam C.J. Walker had a school in Tulsa which was operated by our one and only Mabel B. Little. Mabel B. Little, at the age of 14, back in Boley, Oklahoma, which is another prominent Black town, Little's Aunt Lydia taught her how to cut and style hair. After she opened her business in Tulsa, she received a certification from Madam C.J. Walker's beauty course, and by 1918, her company was booming. Little relocated the Little Rose Beauty Salon to 612 East Archer Street. And there she hired a staff of 3. Listen to this. She had 3 beauticians and 600 clients. Yeah, exactly. Big wow. Imagine that. 600 clients she had to take care of. Anybody know when Ladies' Night is? What day of the week is it on? Typically. Okay, over here they say Wednesday, over here they say Thursday. Okay, it's unanimous. It's Thursday. All right. In Greenwood, Thursday nights were called Ladies' Night Out. In Greenwood, it was the one day a week that ladies would be allowed to take the evening off and enjoy themselves. Young ladies would come to Maple B. Little shop to look their absolute best, and they call her the woman with the magic touch. Little took her profession seriously. She took the state cosmetology certification test, even though at the time it wasn't a requirement. She and other beauticians, Black and white, established a professional organization and created guidelines and standards to elevate the profession. Her hard work paid off, and by the middle of 1921, a week or 2 before the bombing of Greenwood, Mabel Little and her husband bought a 5-bedroom home, a brand new Model T Ford automobile, and they owned a restaurant called the Little Cafe. By this time, they also owned some rental houses. In Tulsa, there was this beautiful church that had just been built about 4 weeks before the massacre. It was named Mount Zion Baptist Church. They built a $92,000 church, which in today's money is $1.4 million. Historic records say that we had 190 businesses in Greenwood. Get ready for the ride. All right? Listen, 190 historic records say we had 190 businesses in the Greenwood district. We had 600 businesses in the Greenwood district. Historians are documenting information that's within the city of Tulsa limits. But we had homes and businesses outside the limits, and they didn't want to count that, right? Because it brings shame to their historic records. That's why I'm a history recovery specialist. So we had 21 restaurants, 30 grocery stores, a post office, a library, a skating rink, law offices, a hospital, 2 movie theaters, 6 private-owned airplanes, savings and loans, 5 hotels, and the original Cotton Club. The Cotton Club in Harlem was built in 1923. Check the facts. Everybody